Are you currently spinning your wheels in the gym, not sure whether you should cut, bulk, or maintain? Not making a decision could definitely be holding back your gains. And in this video, I am going to break down who should cut, who should bulk, or who should maintain, depending on where you are right now. Let's go. Before we get to that, first let's define what each of these phases are. First things first, bulking. Bulking is simply the act of increasing your calories with the sole purpose of putting on muscle, not fat, muscle. The whole point of a bulk is to put on as much muscle as you humanly possibly can while minimizing fat gain. And when it comes to cutting is simply the act of trying to lose as much body fat as you can while retaining as much muscle as you can. So it's the opposite of bulking. You want to lose as much fat as you can while keeping the muscle that you have built already. Maintaining is simply just being at maintenance. You're not gaining muscle, you're not losing fat, you're staying the same. But the thing about maintenance is it's actually possible to build muscle and lose fat while you're at maintenance. Maybe for some of you, maintenance might be the best move. Maybe for some of you, cutting might be the best move. And maybe for some of you, bulking might be the first move. Alright, first things first, bulking. When you hear the word bulking, this doesn't mean that you should eat whatever you want to try and put on as much weight as you can. Remember, we are trying to minimize fat gain. So you need to make sure that most of your foods are nutritious and healthy. Make sure that most of your calories are coming from healthy, nutritious foods. In fact, no matter the stage you're in, make sure your foods are healthy and nutritious. You do not want to be wasting your time eating junk food and putting on fat instead of muscle. So that's the goal here. Put on as much muscle as you can. So when you're bulking, here are the 3 rules of bulking. First things first, you want to bulk as slow as you possibly can. You don't want to bulk for 3 months or 4 months. You want to bulk for much longer than that. In fact, you might want to bulk up for over a year. Just make sure you are as slow as possible. Here, the goal is to see the scale go up by 0.2 kgs to 0.5 kgs a week. Even if the scale is not moving week to week, you still have to keep at it. As long as month to month you can see that, okay, I am gaining a little bit of weight. It's much better than gaining weight quickly. This will help you to minimize fat gain. You want to make sure that most of the weight that you gain is muscle mass, not fat. So eat relatively nutritious foods and bulk as low as possible. Rule number 2 of bulking. You want to eat about 1 gram per pound of your desired goal weight. So if right now you are about 160 pounds, but you want to bulk up to 170 pounds, you are going to eat 170 grams of protein, right? So quick, easy. Now, this is not a hard rule. You can actually get off with eating less protein than that or even more protein than that. But 1 gram per pound is easy to remember. You just know, okay, my goal weight is 170, then I will eat 170 grams of protein. Or my goal weight is 200 pounds, I'll eat 200 grams of protein. You can eat more protein than that or you can eat less protein than that. Either way, it's all right. As long as you are within 0.7 grams of your desired goal weight, then you will be okay. Rule number 3, do cardio. No, cardio does not kill gains. Doing cardio will make things easier for you when you finally start cutting because you'll be used to doing the cardio. And also, your heart is a muscle as well, so it's good to make sure you exercise that muscle. No matter what stage you're in, bulking, cutting, or maintaining, always do cardio. Always make sure that your heart is also healthy. You're also building that muscle as well. So when you're bulking, try to add about 10% more calories from your maintenance. That is going to help you gain as slow as possible. If your maintenance is 2,000 calories, you simply add 10% of those calories to your maintenance. So you'll add about 200 calories and eat at 2200 calories and see how your body reacts. Are you gaining weight or are you not gaining weight? If you're not gaining weight, then okay, you can increase by another 100 calories. But the goal here is to be very slow and steady. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So gain as slow as you can. Now, who should bulk? Okay, so if you are relatively thin, if you look like this, then definitely you can just immediately start bulking. If you don't have a lot of body fat on you, then okay, you can start bulking. Easy. This is pretty much the only person who should start bulking. The relatively thin person with no body fat. This is where you can say, I will bulk. If this is not you, do not bulk at all. Maybe the other two will work best for you. Who should bulk? If you are at about 10% body fat and you look like this, then definitely you can start bulking. Bulk as slow as you can. Alright, number 2, cutting, the opposite of bulking. This is going to be going into a deficit with the sole purpose of losing body fat, not muscle, body fat. Cutting is perfect for the following people. You are new to the gym and you have a lot of fat on you. Definitely you cut. If you look like this, you cut. That's what I did. When I first started working out, I was over 20% body fat. So I immediately started cutting. So if you are at this stage, if you are over 18% body fat, definitely start cutting until you get to 10% body fat, 10 to 12%. If you're at 12% body fat, then you can maybe start maintaining that and see how your body reacts to maintenance calories. But if you are over 18% body fat, definitely you should cut. That is the person who should be cutting. If you look like this, definitely cut. If you're over 18% body fat, you should definitely cut. Definitely. Now, number 3, which is the most elusive one, maintaining maintenance calories. What can happen when you're at maintenance calories? Well, you can actually build muscle and lose fat at the same time if you are at maintenance calories. Now, the building of muscle will be slow and the losing of fat will also be slow. But it is possible. It is possible to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. And the closer you are to maintenance calories, the more that is likely to happen. So, who should maintain? Who should maintain? Number 1, if you have a little amount of body fat, you have like love handles here and there, you don't have a lot of body fat, you have a little bit of body fat, you can maintain. Your body will use that fat as fuel and it will help you to build muscle while you lose that fat. The fat will not turn to muscle, but it will get used up as you are at maintenance calories. So if you are relatively new to the gym, you got some love handles on you, a beginner, then definitely you can get away with maintaining. You can maintain for 3, 4, 5 months, see how your body reacts, and then you can choose to either go into a bulk or go into a cut. So that is pretty much it. So if you look like this, cut. If you look like this, bulk. And if you look like this, maintain. Easy. Now, when should you stop each phase? When it comes to bulking, you stop bulking once you reach 15 to 16% body fat. If you see yourself starting to lose your abs, stop bulking. Stop bulking. You never want to get fat again. So if you see your abs starting to disappear, stop bulking. 15% to 16% body fat, maximum 16. Do not go over 16% body fat. When do you stop cutting? When you get to 10% body fat, you can stop cutting and you can try to go into maintenance. You try and get your body back to normal hormone levels. That's what you want to do. When you get to 10% body fat or 10 to 12% body fat, that's when you can say stop bulking and go into maintenance. And then after you go into maintenance, then you'll say, okay, you'll decide after that you want to keep cutting or keep bulking. But once you get to 10 to 12% body fat, stop cutting. Anything after that is just diminishing returns. Now, when do you stop maintaining? Stop maintaining when you're seeing that your strength is not increasing at the gym and you're not putting any new muscle. So if you're not putting any muscle on and you're at maintenance, then you have to choose one. You have to choose either to cut off the rest of the fat you have left to go into a proper bulk, or you can decide to go into a slight surplus and start bulking and building new muscle. So if you are at maintenance and you see that your strength is not going up and your performance in the gym is starting to dwindle, then that's when you know, okay, now you have to commit to one: bulk or cut, bulk or cut. So that's it. That's when you should cut, bulk, or maintain. Whether you're cutting, bulking, or maintaining, the key is having a plan and sticking to it. And now you know what you need to do based on your goals. If this video helped, drop a like and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments what phase you are in right now. See you in the next video.